Hi guys, welcome back for another video. Thanks for watching and please hit that subscribe button. Now let's get into the video. Welcome back to another video. Alright guys, how are we all? Hope we're all having a great week. Finally stopped raining here in Sydney, so I was able to get out and share some news with you guys. So we've got some big news, huge news. This is going to be one of the last rides that I do on this bike. Finally upgrading bikes, which is super exciting. I've nailed it down to 3 different bikes. So today's video is just about me deciding on which bike I'm finally going to upgrade to. So they're all going to be unrestricted bikes. My first sort of big bike after my restricted license, which is super exciting. For those of you who don't know, I've had my license for about 6 or 7 years, and I have finally now almost off my restricted license, so it's time to upgrade bikes. So the 3 bikes that I've nailed it down to, so the first one being the Ktm Duke 890. I'll throw some photos up now and some videos for you. The other day when I went to have a look at the bikes, so have a look at that now. Number 2 is the KTM as well, 1290 Super Duke. This is a bike that I've always really loved. I love the big V-twins. So yeah, super exciting bike. Put some videos and photos up for you now. And my final bike is the Speed Triple RS. So the Triumph Speed Triple RS, which I'll throw some photos and videos up for you right now. Alright guys, so starting with the 890, the KTM 890, a bike that I really love. Obviously it's just been released. It's very similar to the 790 that was released a few years ago. Wasn't a big fan of that bike, but it's something that I really do like the concept of. You know, lots of torque. I think the bike looks great. It's a shame that it didn't come in any other color options. I would have liked to seen an all black model. That would have been my preference, which is kind of leaning where I'm not 100% on that bike, just because of that reason. For me, if you like the look of your bike every morning when you park it, when you look back at it, you know, you've got to like the way the bike looks and be happy with it. So yeah, I really like the 890. I think it's got some, you know, really fantastic bit of kit on it. Up and down quick shifter, standard. You know, great set of Michelin tyres on there, very race spec. The new dash, very similar to the 390 that I rode, which I really liked. That dash, that full color dash, looks great. But yeah, guys, so that was on my list. The other bike we'll get into now is the Super Duke. Now, I know 2 KTMs, a bit boring, but yeah, they're really just the ones that I ended up really liking. So yeah, so the Super Duke for me, I think, you know, the power is obviously bonkers. You know, you've got, you know, what, 180 horsepower. You know, you'll never get bored of a big V twin. Love the way the bike looks. The only downside here in Australia is the damn price of that thing. It's, you know, 30 grand. Then you got to put a few, you know, you got to put an exhaust on it, of course. And it doesn't come standard here in Australia with the quick shifter. You got to pay for it, which is super frustrating when you're paying $30,000 for a bike. You definitely want all that stuff to come standard. So yeah, if money was no object, I think that bike would be a no-brainer for me. But it's a lot of money, and I've got to try and justify that over the other bikes. You know, it's at least another, you know, 5-6 grand over the other bikes that I'm sort of picking from. So yeah, it's a hard one to justify, but you know, we'll see. The last one, being possibly my favourite, is the Triumph Speed Triple RS. I'll put some photos up for you now and some videos. This bike, for me, it ticks every single box, really. Apart from basically probably 1 or 2. You know, it's got a full kit. It's got your full Öhlins, top of the range suspension, top of the range brakes with the Brembos. You know, fantastic looking bike with the carbon on it. It's got keyless entry, keyless ignition. You know, it's got cruise control, 150 horsepower, not as much as the Super Duke, but in real world sort of use, I don't think you really need 180, or I'm not going to be using that full 180 horsepower on the street. If you were tracking it, maybe a different story, but yeah, so on the street, you know, 150, 180, you know, there's not much in it. It's really the torque as well. You know, the torque of the speed, it's got 117 Newton meters of torque, so quite a lot. I'll put up on the screen now how much the 1290 and how much the 890 has, but I'm pretty sure the speed is pretty similar to the 1290 as far as torque goes. But yeah, I'll have to put that up now, I'm not sure. But yeah, the speed for me really does tick every single box, apart from, obviously it doesn't come standard here with a quick shifter, but you can option that in for about $1,000, and it's an up and down quick shifter, which is really nice. What else don't I like about it? Colours, I guess. I don't really want to go down a matte black option again. I really want to try and stay away from that, just because having owned this bike being matte black, it just ends up, you know, you get fingerprints everywhere. It's pretty hard to keep clean. So yeah, I'll probably end up going for just the normal, the white and red colour, which I think it looks really good, and it's quite a substantial, like, it's a big bike. You know, all the reviews that I've watched, and when I've sat on it, it just feels like a solid bike. You got that 190 rear section tyre, You know, the gearbox is really smooth. I've owned, if you follow the channel, I've owned a 660 Street Triple 2018, which I really loved. I do think it's the best bike I ever owned. I would go for another Street Triple like the 765 RS, but I wanted to go all out and I wanted to get a big proper, you know, sport bike. You know, and I wanted 1,000. That was really, well, close to it. That was really my big thing. And you know, having that, you know, just that heaps of torque where you don't have to be really screaming off its top of its head to get the power through it, like an R6 or even the 765. You've got to, you know, you got to be up, you know, higher in the rev range to actually get the power out of it. So the speed sort of really is appealing to me just because there's power everywhere. So yeah, guys, I just wanted to do a quick video explaining what's happening, because that's going to be, I'll be doing a bike reveal in the next month. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be very exciting, guys. I can't wait to get on this new bike and do lots of videos for you guys. So yeah, so that'll happen in about a month. I'll be deciding. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Please hit that subscribe button, and thanks again. I'll see you for the next video.